It's finally Friday, fabulous! Narz here, and on today's Daily Fix, PUBG developers sue multiple companies including Apple and Google over 2 copycat mobile games. Ubisoft is making a VR game based on the Notre Dame Fire from 2019. And Wendy's, yes, the Square Burger company started beef with Xbox regarding Halo Infinite for National Roast Day. And let me tell ya, Wendy's clapped Xbox, and it was so great to watch. PUBG developer Krafton has filed a lawsuit against mobile developers Garena in addition to Apple and Google over 2 mobile games that are believed to be copies of its online shooter. According to the lawsuit spotted by The Verge, Krafton has accused Apple and Google of distributing blatant copies of its PUBG mobile game developed by Garena. Krafton seeks damages from Garena for what is described as a rampant, willful copyright infringement regarding 2 games, Free Fire and Free Fire Max. Garena's game Free Fire pits 50 players against one another in squads of 4, with 10-minute rounds set on a remote island location and sees players parachuting down to a safe zone with the goal of being the last surviving players. Krafton argues in the lawsuit that both Garena games rip off many features, weapons, armor, location, and even choices of texture and control schemes from PUBG Mobile. Both Free Fire and Free Fire Max are free-to-play games with in-app purchases that Krafton claims Garena made hundreds of millions of dollars from, with Apple and Google also earning a substantial amount of revenue from its distribution. When looking at both games side by side, it's really hard not to see the similarities. Garena games even include a frying pan being used as both a weapon and armor, just like PUBG. On December 21st, 2021, Krafton made contact with Garena over the games in question and demanded both Free Fire and Free Fire Max be shut down, which Garena refused to do. Krafton also reached out to Apple and Google regarding its distribution of the 2 games, but both companies failed to address the claims, which may now make both companies liable for willful infringement. In addition, Krafton has stated in the lawsuit that it asked for numerous posts that feature Free Fire and Free Fire Max on YouTube, which is owned by Google, to be taken down. YouTube has so far failed to remove them. It seems everyone is trying to get a piece of winner winner chicken dinner, as PUBG is also demanding a hacking group known for creating cheats for PUBG Mobile pay $10 million in damages. Suing people, man, that's the real battle royale. Moving on, Ubisoft is set to make a game where you play as a firefighter inside the Notre Dame blaze that occurred in 2019 and nearly destroyed the historic cathedral. The game is based on an upcoming movie, Notre Dame on Fire. The film recounts the April 15, 2019 night the cathedral went up in smoke. According to Verity, the game is a 1-hour experience, kind of like the Matrix Unreal Engine experience launched alongside that movie. Players will take on the role of a member of the Parisian Fire Brigade in a location-based VR escape game with puzzles that forces users to cooperate with one another to put out the blaze. Players will have to find relics and fight off the fire to save Notre Dame from utter devastation before time runs out. Ubisoft's also committed to rebuilding efforts involving Notre Dame and has pledged more than $500,000 in reconstruction funds, as well as making Assassin's Creed Unity free for a limited time in honor of the cathedral. Ubisoft also aided in rebuilding efforts by providing detailed models of Notre Dame from their game Assassin's Creed Unity, which architects use for reference. The game and film Notre Dame on Fire are set for release in March, while the Notre Dame Cathedral itself is scheduled to be reopened in 2024. And finally, Wendy's took to Twitter for National Roast Day to drag Xbox over a lack of co-op in Halo Infinite. Wendy's tweeted at the official Xbox account, starting off the conversation offering free salty roasts. After Xbox agreed to the roast, the Wendy's account replied with, "Wanna co-op this new Halo campaign?" The burn rippled all throughout the internet as many felt the sentiments behind Wendy's roast. Halo is ironically known for local split-screen co-op, and with it nowhere to be seen upon Infinite's launch, many were thinking exactly that. Although the head of creative, Joseph Staten, had mentioned back in August that both campaign Co-op and Forge were set to arrive later this year, no release date has been confirmed. Wendy said it, but I do agree with him. Wendy's also roasted some notable Twitter accounts like Overwatch League, Hot Wheels, Axe, Aflac, 7-Eleven, and more. It's a pretty obvious marketing ploy, but here we are reporting on it, so I guess it worked. Be sure to check out the whole thread for some really good laughs though. And that was your Games Fix for today, January 14th. Download the IGN app on all your devices, follow the Daily Fix on Snapchat, and for all things, everything else, head on over to IGN.com. I'm Narz, and remember to always stay fabulous.